I think we're going.
I didn't even hear anything on your end. All right, I'll just do a countdown. You can probably cut it from there. All right, three, two, one. Welcome back to another chapter of Anime Made Me Do It. We are your hosts. I am Tyler.
And I'm Aaron.
We have a bunch of news to run through real quick. This is probably going to be our second video. We did a live react video last week for the Anime Awards hosted by Crunchyroll in Tokyo. Um, we didn't do too hot with our picks, but
We
Jujutsu
kind of figured
Kaisen
that,
cleaned up. Um,
which is not
this
super
is
surprising, but
no, not at all. Let me see. I think this is chapter 142.
sounds about right.
Double check. Yes, 142. So chapter 142. As per tradition, we got a bunch of news to run through first, and it's quite a bit today. Maybe we'll try and get through this as quick as possible. First up, Gundam Seed Freedom film gets U.S. premieres in LA and New York. It'll be on March 31st in subtitles. It'll be the LA screening will be at the Regal LA Live Theater with a special talk show featuring Japanese cast members Soichiro Hoshi and Rie Tanaka, and as well as the dub producers Michael. That's a very Greek name. Sinter Nicholas, and Stephanie Shi. And then New York screening will be held at Japan Society with a special talk show with English dub cast member Allison Lee Rosenfeld and a special comment video from director Mitsuo Fukuda. Fans can purchase standard or premium tickets. Both ticket types will include commemorative pass, lanyard, paper Rising Freedom, and Immortal Justice visors and a special bag. The premium ticket will also include a HG1 out of 144 Strike Freedom Gundam model kit, a commemorative art print, and an illustration card. Tickets go on sale March 12th. Japan Society will hold a screening for the English dub versions on April 1st. So nothing really stating when it's going to be around here. As soon
But
as we
that's
see
good news,
something,
though.
yeah, it's very good news. It's coming here pretty
Which
quickly, actually.
I would guess sometime in April, maybe beginning of May.
I mean, we're like 6 weeks out from this coming out.
Dude, we've had a story about this movie for like the past 2 months.
Yeah, it's just doing really well in Japan, like really, really well. So I'm sure it'll do well here too. Yeah, I look forward to watching this in theaters. Next up, Korean live action Parasite series posts new trailer and visual. We watched it before we hit record. Um, Aaron actually had a pretty good comment. Do you want to say what you told me?
Yeah, so it's coming out on April 5th. And my first thought is, well, why didn't we just wait until October for spooky season? I think
This
that would
season.
be because then you can sell it as a non-anime thing.
Hmm.
You can get two audiences that way. Like, oh, this looks creepy. Let's check it out. But I mean, if it's ready to go, it's ready to go. And I don't know how Netflix is feeling content wise right now. I mean, I know they just released Avatar
Hmm.
to,
Which we still have to review.
which we still have to review. But they actually, I don't know if we have this as a story, but they greenlit season 2 and 3 already,
Yeah,
which is kind of nuts. But
I did see that.
and that was Netflix. Netflix came right out and said that. That wasn't like it got leaked. Like the straight up Netflix is like, oh yeah, we're giving this a run. Which
I
is
mean,
first thought for me was, ooh, Yu Yu Hakusho did not get that.
no,
I don't even think One Piece did it?
no, they got it greenlit.
Yeah, but did Netflix themselves come out and be like, oh yeah, we're for sure doing two more seasons?
I think so. Let me
Are you
look it
sure
up.
about that? I don't know if we got a full confirmation on that.
I'm pretty sure Netflix put out that Let's see. Uh, Makenyu Maeda, who plays Zoro in One Piece live action, revealed during the Bandai Card Games Fest final in Chiba, Japan, that the second season is due to begin production in the near future.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's an
Um,
actor saying that.
I could have swore that they put out
Like
a,
Netflix made a graphic for Avatar.
yeah, I thought they put out a graphic too. I'm looking right now, try and find it. Anyways, I mean it's huge that they're doing that for Avatar. I've watched a little bit of it. I'm not finished with it. I certainly have my critiques when it comes to this one. Um, but I also have a lot of high praise for other parts of it as well. So be on the lookout for that review coming soon.
But I mean, Parasite though. I mean, getting back to the main story. Actually, can you go ahead and hit play without volume so they can kind of see what's going on here? Um, I mean, if you don't know what Parasite is, it's kind of scary.
Parasites,
Like this lady's
parasites
face
that
is going
come
to open up
to,
here. Fucking A, that's
it looks like a fucking swordfish.
well, we get to about here, and both of us were both like, "Oh, fuck that."
Yep, fuck that.
But it's
And
made by the guy that made Train to Busan, so I mean, they have some good
it's probably
good
going to
people
be
behind
good.
it. Honestly, it probably is.
It's probably going to be really good, to be honest. But yeah, go check that out if you're a Parasite fan. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to watch this. It does nothing for me personally. I watched a little bit of the anime, and it's like, it's not my type that
See,
I
I
usually
almost feel
go
like this would
for.
be less weird than the like scary than the anime.
I don't know.
Maybe spooky season. We'll have to check it out. Actually, I might watch this. I'm intrigued by this trailer.
Next up, Viz Media to release Kagurabachi manga in print and fall. I'm loving this manga. I've been reading it since chapter 0 or 1, whatever they called the first chapter. And it was only online on the Shonen app. See that it's getting a print in the fall honestly indicates one thing to me. I wouldn't be surprised if around that time you get a anime announcement for it.
See, I almost don't. Do you think it's enough?
Well, I mean, by the time they would, let's see. I mean, it's pretty deep already.
I just don't want what you keep talking about always with the
I mean, we're up to 22
Boruto
chapters
issue. I don't
on
want
it.
a Boruto issue.
Well, it's coming out weekly. It's on chapter 23, so I mean, we're almost at a full season already. Um, it first came out in September. So I mean,
Like I
we're
would
looking
almost
at
think you'd want 2 seasons worth of content before you even start.
by our math, it's usually like 2 to 3 chapters per episode. Uh,
But you could also do shorter seasons though too. Like that's not a problem.
52 divided by 3 is 17. And the first chapter is pretty long. So we'll say there's probably enough content for maybe 18 episodes. So honestly, even if they did a 12 episode season, I wouldn't
That
be
was a
mad
number I was
about
thinking
that.
of too. I was thinking about a dozen.
Do 6, do like a month split, let the other 6 drop, and then just wait for more source content to come out. But it's cool. I actually might grab the very first
I
printing
know
of
that's kind of
this.
what I was thinking too. Is like that's actually a dope cover though.
It's sick. I enjoy this a lot.
Are you
The
gonna get
last
the
time I
Spy
really,
Family coloring
no,
book?
no.
Why not, dude?
The last time I really enjoyed a manga from the first issue, because it's been a very long time since, like, I read some stuff as a kid, and then I took some time off, and I read some stuff as a young adult and took time off. I really never started watching them from or reading them from the very first chapter until like the last few years. And the last one that I really enjoyed from the very first chapter, um, got canceled after like 12 chapters, I
Oh, that's
think.
right. What was the name of that again?
I don't even remember it at this point.
You did. I remember. You
It
were like,
was,
"Yep, I'm gonna be in on the ground floor on this one," and then they shit canned it.
mm-hmm.
We were still recording at the studio then, so that was a minute ago.
It wasn't Ayashimon. 25 chapters it got to. Son of a gun.
Would you watch that animated?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Well, rip to that.
But yeah, good stuff there.
Oh yeah,
I'll let this play real quick. We're both excited about this anime coming out. It's one of our ones for that we want to check out in April. If you haven't listened to that chapter yet, a few chapters ago, we compared this upcoming April and spring season really to October of 2022. Was it 2022?
you
Yeah.
can already tell I'm gonna like this guy.
Um, this reminds me of like a My Hero type vibe mixed with like Tokyo Revengers type deal because it has to deal with like delinquents and fighting. So um yeah, it looks interesting. That dude looks like a Zenitsu from
A
or
little
no,
bit.
Kaminari from My Hero.
Your Shoto Todoroki look alike. Yeah, dude. Shout out to that guy's earrings.
I think this will be a good one. I think it'll be really good.
Spring should be good, dude. Should be legit. Uh, who's in the cast that got announced here? That's a fucking cool poster too.
I mean, they both are, but I like this one a lot.
Well, that's a new one. We've seen the other one.
Engo Kawanishi, Toshiyuki, Toyonaga, Ikumi Hasegawa. Anime roles cast in El Noah, Beelzebub.
He's in Blue Lock. It's your favorite show now.
I'm enjoying it. Boruto, Bungo, Case Study of
Oh, it's
Vanitas.
fucking Tokito. Oh, geez, Muchiro. God damn.
Yep. All right. That's probably one of his
So
biggest
fuck
ones.
yeah, dude. He's in Mashal.
Oh, he's Shisui from fucking the Itachi Shinden. What?
He's in Kaiju #8.
Iron Blooded Orphans. Oh, he's Mikazuki? Shit.
Is that a, do you like that?
It's the main character.
So yes.
Yes.
Is this your first time watching this? That's Tyler's favorite Gundam series. Oh, I got he's in Tokyo Revengers.
Hmm.
No shit. I got excited when I saw Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's that Go Rush, which I don't know anything about.
Then Toshiyuki Toyonaga. He's staffing a lot. Let's see, cast
Bungo Stray Dogs.
Junichiro Tanizaki. Digimon.
Ooh. That just actually had a big anniversary like this week sometime.
Yeah.
For the movie,
Kenjiro.
the first movie or something.
Yeah, 25 years, I think.
We're fucking old, dude.
Mm-hmm.
SAO.
Seven
Tokyo
Deadly
Ghoul.
Sins. Hideyoshi Nagachika.
World Trigger. So fairly big projects as well.
And Ikumi Hasegawa. Cast in 86 at the big show.
Bochi the Rock. which we decided we both wanted to watch after watching the oh, she's a Goblin Slayer. She's in the witch. She's in the Witch from Mercury. Persona, the animation.
Dragon Stampede.
Shout out. Yu-Gi-Oh! Levels.
So they got
A lot
a
of
pretty good
Yu-Gi-Oh!
cast going on.
Yeah. That's a cool poster, dude.
Oh,
I'm
this is the
digging that.
main. This is the MC of the show. Let's see. B stars.
Gulag.
Or oh, he's Kawaki and Boruto. All right, there we go. That's hitting.
Golden Kamuy. Fruits Baskets.
Oh, from the Build Divers. Oh, he's Megumi and Jujutsu. That's pretty big. Shout out Macross. Shout out to
He's in your
Harper.
Iron Blooded Orphans as well.
Is he?
Yep.
Oop.
He's in Star Wars Visions. That's cool.
He's in the Village Bride.
Zoids.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So yeah, like we said,
Those big. Yeah. Sounds like a
great
good cast,
cast.
dude.
This is a real quick one, but Bandai Namco is opening a 2,000 seat concert hall in Tokyo in spring 2026. I think it's pretty cool. They're going to be having a lot of live music from all IP of Bandai Namco. So,
Which is a ton, which is a crazy amount.
yes. So be on the lookout for that. And if you're going to Japan in 2026 or later, check out a live show. Next up, Switch emulator Yuzu's developers cease work and pay Nintendo 2.4 million in settlement. Tropic Haze, the legal entity between the developers of Yuzu emulator for the Switch console, reached a settlement with Nintendo on Monday. Um, they deleted their code repositories and shut down their Patreon page and Discord servers and taken down their website.
That's what fucked
GameFile,
them. Was their
yeah.
them setting up a Patreon. That's what fucked them.
Mm-hmm. GameFile reporter Steven Totilo first reported Nintendo's lawsuit against Tropic Haze on Wednesday last week. Nintendo sued the developers for infringing its copyrights and creating measures to defeat the Switch's protection methods that prevent users from using pirated copies.
So if you guys don't know, Nintendo is super protective of their IP. And I
Right
think that's
here,
what got them too. They emulated fucking Tears of the Kingdom.
2 weeks before it came out.
So they lost like a million copies to that right off the bat. So this is unfortunately for them a story of Icarus where they flew too close to the sun and then it just
Burned
Nintendo
them.
just released their whole law division at them and just said, no, 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 we're not playing around with this no more and shut it down.
Yeah.
The fact that this company had 2.4 million to give them is actually insane in of itself.
Mm-hmm. Probably made a shit ton of money off of that Patreon, to be honest.
Well, yeah, and they were emulating a bunch of old games, which if you're new around here, we're a proponent of paying for your content. I realize that some of those old games are super hard to play. So, I mean, it's a weird game preservation thing conversation, like who's in the right, who's in the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a tricky conversation at best for preservation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like emulation and stealing games basically is also not cool. So I don't, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's right, who's wrong? I don't know. You be the
I'm not
judge.
I'm not a game developer, but we do say pay for your content.
Yep.
Next up, cool little trailer. There's going to be a bunch of skins coming out in a Overwatch 2 and Cowboy Bebop collab. I'll let this run real quick while we are going through the names. Among the unlockable legendary skins are Spike Spiegel Cassidy, Faye Valentine, Ash, Jet Black Mauga. I don't even know who Mauga is. Ed Sombra, Ein Wrecking Ball. The Ein skin will be available to everyone as a free unlock, and all skins will be revealed on March 11th. Who is Mauga?
I guess he's
Watch.
a new character in Overwatch 2, I believe. He's a brawler type, like the tank or whatever those
Yeah.
classes are called. So he's just going to be the big dude from
It's just fucking Maui from
basically, yes.
Moana with a goddamn machine gun. Two Gatling guns. Maui with Gatling guns. That's cool. I haven't played much of
Unfortunately,
Overwatch
Overwatch
2.
2 is not.
I played Overwatch 1. I enjoyed Overwatch 1. Overwatch 2.
This is a
Not so
Fortnite
much.
house,
Yeah.
at
Same.
least on my side of the house. Well, I mean, Helldivers, but I mean, you know,
Spreading democracy like peanut butter, baby.
you know, trying.
Next up, another cool collab. Puma reveals One Piece sneakers inspired by Gear 5 Luffy, Shanks, Buggy, and Blackbeard. We'll go through them real quick. Our favorite one,
Ooh, the Gear 5s.
Gear
Gear
5s are
5s are
nice.
nice, dude.
Shanks, not really
Boo.
rocking
Thumbs
them.
down.
Buggy the Clown, I
You
don't
can
like
almost
that.
argue that is a Luffy as well.
And then lastly, the Blackbeards. I like the Blackbeards.
You
Aaron
said
does
you
not.
did, and I do not care for those. I do like the
However,
box though. The box is sick.
the box is real sick.
It'll probably come with actual paper and shit too. That'll have, I'm assuming, all the different pirate logos
Yeah.
on the paper in the shoebox.
All the Jolly Rogers.
And these are going to MSRP for only like 100 something bucks, so they're actually not bad.
No.
120 something like that, probably, if I had to guess.
Will I purchase them? No.
I might.
Next up,
I like those more. They did a collaboration with Vans, and I like those more than the Vans ones.
I didn't see you as a Vans type person, anyways. Next up, Jujutsu Kaisen Shibuya Incident Arc anime episodes to light up theaters in Japan. Select episodes are going, episodes 41 to 44 will be shown in 30 theaters across Japan for a week starting March 29th. I believe the episodes show the climax of the fight in Shibuya. The 41st episode has been remixed with additional cuts of animation and corrections on existing cuts. This is the thing I sent you, the screenshot, where they're saying that this is the finished. Like, so that we had this
This
news
is the rest of the
article and all
70% that
these.
they didn't do.
Yes. So we reported on like these rumors months ago that these episodes weren't complete because this is when like all those people came out with the working conditions that they were talking about. You know, they were signing NDAs. They weren't allowed to talk about
Yeah,
what was
that was the
going
biggie. They're
on.
doing the NDAs.
And like one of the producers or animators from JJK came out and said apparently that this fight was only 30% complete. Um, and now people are saying with this coming out, now we're going to see the finished, the extra 70%. So if this comes to the States, I'm going to go see this. I anticipate there will be tons of angry fans, tons of angry fans over that, even though
If
it
you go to
literally
2 weeks
says
ago,
select instant arc animated to light up theaters. So they're saying it's just a theatrical thing once again. Um, yeah,
you think it
I
would
would.
come here though?
I don't know.
I don't.
JJK Zero hit this. We just said
Yeah,
at the
I
beginning of
know.
the show, this thing swept up. This won 11 awards at the Anime Awards.
It's very true.
So you never know, really. I would go see it
I'd
if
be
it
down
did.
for it. Yeah, I'd go see it too.
Got a bunch of Dragon Ball and Sam Land stuff coming up.
Shout out Akira
Um,
Toriyama.
this kind of segues into our main topic later. But watch Dragon Ball Super English dub on Crunchyroll starting today. I didn't even know it wasn't on there, but I'm all subs, no dubs. Aaron watches this in dubs because he likes Christopher Sabat.
Actually, my favorite character, Trunks. I actually prefer the Super arc of Dragon Ball. It's like one of those things where if I can mix it, I would.
Mhm.
I actually prefer Japanese Trunks to Eric Fail's portrayal in Super.
It's pretty surprising.
Specifically, when he transforms, like that whole episode where he goes Super Saiyan Rage, I actually prefer the Japanese by quite a bit. Tournament of Power, I prefer dub though. Most of Dragon Ball, I prefer dub. So, but yeah, isn't that kind of nuts that we're this far into this and it just wasn't on there?
Yeah. I mean, it's been out for years. Finished 3 years.
It's for us in the States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. So you're primarily English speaking countries outside of Europe.
That's cool. Anyways, and next up, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 game is coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S on May 24th. I
That's a
don't
little bit of a clickbaity. Like it's already on those games, but it was the PlayStation 4 version of it.
know.
So like
Hmm.
now there's like an up-res, you get all the frame rates and all that shit.
So
I
shout out
had
to
that
that.
game. Actually liked that game quite a bit. Um, when I was playing it, it's one of those games where it's like I sunk a ton of time into it into a short amount of time, and then once I was done with it, I was been done with it since.
Hmm.
But it was cool. Basically, like you can customize your character, and I got the sleeveless Trunks jacket and the Z sword accessory, and then I was pretty much done. Like, oh, I look like
That's all you
Trunks now.
wanted.
Sick. And then I was pretty much done.
Eh. It's weird that they do this because they have that Sparkling Zero or whatever coming out soon.
Not that soon. Plus, that's a completely different kind of game. Like that's more of a fighting game where Xenoverse is you're going something's wrong with the timeline and you have to go fix it.
Hmm.
Like you'll go back in time and Cell's stronger than he's supposed to be, so Gohan can't beat him type of shit. So you got
Yeah,
to go and help.
I never got into it. I played it for a bit, but
I could see you hating that game.
oh yeah,
It's just not your it's just not
I'm
your thing.
prob I'm probably gonna hate this game. I won't play this. You
I'm into
so
it, dude.
well, you said this reminded you a lot of Jack and Daxter.
Specifically
Um,
Jack 3.
yeah, I never got into those games. Um,
It's because you're a
so
pussy.
this really does nothing for me personally. I don't like games like this.
I like driving around.
I don't. Do not. Um,
So it's like even when we were playing Warzone, I was always the car guy. See, like I love this slow down, like the GTA 5. Like that's my favorite shit to do in Grand Theft Auto was driving. I like your comment from before though. When we watched this originally, you were like, "Oh, Capsule Corp."
yep,
Well, Kira Toriyama only really draws one way, so
it's true.
it's coming up
Uh,
soon, dude. I'm pretty stoked about it, to be honest with you.
well, sooner than that, the anime drops on March 20th in 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
Um, so there's a
Disney
seven
Plus.
episode. Yep, Disney Plus. Two new characters being introduced in the new arc are Anne, voiced by Mikako Komatsu Maki, and Shoyo Hinate from Haikyuu. So, yeah, 2 weeks, Sandland comes out. I'll watch the anime. I'll
Yeah,
probably be so
we've been
hypercritical about it.
we've been seeing a lot of this. Like, I
Um,
mean, how long have we been seeing news stories about this? I mean, it's been
a while, a
over a
hot minute.
calendar year, has to be.
Yeah, easily, easily a year.
Here we are. Disney Plus, that's interesting. Actually, I just, out of curiosity, I went on Disney Plus the other day and I just typed in anime.
Hmm.
Now, most of the shit's from Hulu, obviously, but it's like, damn, you can just watch Tokyo Revengers on Disney Plus. Like, that's just nuts, dude.
We saw this. I'm probably not going to watch this. All this looks like is Digimon to me now that I'm watching this.
Ooh.
Digimon with watches. As an adult, I'm not going to watch this. As a kid, I'd probably dig this a lot. Dude, this is like
Well, that's a
Digimon
little,
plus Pokemon.
yeah,
What's this called? Shadowverse Flame.
that's a good way of putting that. Like,
This is
like if
like
this was a
Pale World.
Saturday morning cartoon,
I'd watch this.
hell yeah. But yeah, does
Logo's
this
sick.
interest
I
me
will say the
now?
logo is sick. I do like the
Yeah,
logo.
let's remember that. That is kind of sick. I
Uh,
like the two different flame colors, the blue and the yellow,
yeah.
orange, whatever you want to call it.
And nope, we got a couple more. This Miorine VA Lynn sings Mobile Suit Gundam The Witcher Mercury opening theme for Crossing Project. If you watch The Witcher Mercury, go check this out. I'm not gonna dive into too much details. It's pretty cool. Yeah, she sounds really good. So all I really gotta say about that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Godzilla minus one shares first look at Blu-ray DVD. Talked about this a couple months, maybe a month or two ago now. Um, we enjoyed this, the minus one minus color. Um, I like how the Blu-rays themselves are in the minus colors type artwork, and then you got like the diorama type thing that's all colored. I think this is cool.
Yeah,
I
I
actually
like that
might,
setup.
I may pick this up to be quite honest.
I would actually recommend if you are interested in doing this, buying it because like I don't know what service would that be on.
But also with the stuff that we've been seeing with digital content lately,
That's what I'm saying. Like when the hell are you gonna watch it? You have no I don't know.
you, honestly,
Where
you
can you
might.
watch Godzilla stuff now?
I have no idea. Um, with the way the digital content's been getting canceled lately, I could see a huge like revolution of physical content, to be honest. Like a demand is going to go up.
Did it say how much
Speaking,
that was gonna be? If not, I'll look it up later. Damn,
uh,
that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go.
oh, it's getting a black. It's in Japan
May
on May
1st.
1st. Wonder Godzilla minus one. Godzilla.
God, what a movie. I wonder if it's like on Amazon or anything already for pre-order. Amazon
All right,
Japan
right here.
exclusive.
100 bucks. Honestly, worth it. How many times have I spent 50, 60 bucks on just steel books with none of this other stuff? And this is two movies from what I'm reading with that because
Well,
it's
you get the
coming up.
regular and the black and white.
Yeah, I would probably get it if we get that version. here in the States. And lastly, from Kotaku, shout out to Kotaku. It's been a while since we used an article from them. Red vs. Blue creator Rooster Teeth is shut it down by
It
Warner
is
Brothers
shut down.
Discovery.
No.
The company behind the long-running Halo Machinima series is being shuttered after 20 years. The news was announced yesterday in a company memo and a blog post on digital content creator site. Um, Since inheriting the ownership and control of Rooster Teeth from AT&T following its acquisition of Time Warner, Warner Bros. Discovery, it continued its investment in our company, content, and community. Now, however, it's with a heavy heart announced that Rooster Teeth is shutting down due to challenges facing digital media resulting from fundamental shifts in consumer behavior and monetization across platforms, advertising, and patronage.
Basically, it's a long-winded way of saying there's not enough people watching the content or paying the money.
Yeah.
Um, it's kind of nuts. I'm a big fan of Kind of Funny and their content, and they're on Rooster Teeth. So
Yeah,
like
you
they're
talk
gonna
about
like
kind
that's
of
part of
funny.
their that's how they share some of their a lot of their content as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna have to figure that shit out. But yeah,
So
I mean
it's
they made a
sad.
bunch of different content, and it just seems like they kind of just outgrew themselves, kind of, and you get bought up by. I mean, Warner Brothers is making some interesting decisions with a lot of things lately. So
I mean, what are you gonna do?
money's money, and if you're not making it, we're not. Why would we keep you around if you're not making money? That's basically what that comes down to.
Yes.
You're costing Warner Brothers money not making it. So that's why you should
So
support a small operation like this one.
yes.
Shout out to us.
So June 28th to the 30th, 2024. It's in 112 days, 3 hours, 47 minutes, and 55 seconds.
But who's counting?
David Adams presents Nickel City Comic Con. Um, this is the biggest local Comic Con for us here in Buffalo, New York. And they've been slowly announcing celebrity guests. We're hoping Ricky go. I mean, I'm gonna be able to go at least 2 of the days. Um, I don't know if Aaron will take off,
Might
but
be
if
a
anyone,
Saturday guy.
I mean, it seems like a lot of the people that we want to see are on Saturday. Um,
You're a
but
big
with
Chandler
these,
Riggs guy.
Carl, Carl,
Coral.
Carl. Um, but yeah, so the reason why we want to bring this up in particular is that they've been announcing some of the talent or celebrity guests, I should say, that is coming to headline.
The big
You got
thing
Chandler
was the
Riggs.
Dukes of Hazard, mostly.
Yep. Ray Park. Daniel Logan was the kid Boba Fett or Jango, yeah, Boba Fett,
Boba Fett,
episode 2. Josh Herdman. I don't even know
Crab.
this guy's name.
He's
Uh,
Crab, and he's Crabber Goyle from Harry Potter. Colossus from Deadpool.
yep. Catherine Bach from Dukes of Hazards. You got Shannon
Bunch of
Elizabeth,
American Pie
T.
people.
Thompson, Thomas Ian Nicholas, I think.
Yeah.
Tara Reid, Chris Owen, all from American Pie. James Tolkien from Back to the Future, a bunch of the Trailer Park Boys. Dean Kane, got some pro wrestlers. Sting, RVD, Kane, Kurt Angle. I want to get a picture with Mayor Kane. Like the mayor of like a county in Tennessee or something. Um, Kurt Angle, Kane Hodder, who played Jason from Friday the 14th.
I'm assuming
Uh,
he's just like and the guy from Texas Chainsaw.
yeah,
Like I'm assuming he's just like the body. Oh, he does he say anything? Can he talk? I've never watched Friday the 13th. I'm gonna be honest with you.
the Terteens.
Yeah.
I think he's just the body because he's huge, if I remember correctly. 6'2", that's it. I should be fucking
You
Jason
should
in these
be
movies.
you could be
I could be making a lot of money in these fucking
you
horror
could
films.
be Jason Voorhees, dude.
But the main reason why we wanted to talk about this is that they have recently announced David Matranga, the VA of Shoto Todoroki, aka Aaron's favorite character from My Hero, and arguably probably one of Aaron's second favorites, which
He's
is
up there too.
Aizawa,
Yep.
Chris Weecomp.
And they've already announced prior to this,
Oh, Krillin, right?
Sonny, yeah, the guy that does Krillin. Oh, he was on Tokyo Ghoul. He probably knows friend of the show, Austin Tyndall. I'd have to assume.
I love when we call him friend of the show, but he didn't even email us back
Whatever. That's fine.
after we met
Um,
him.
David Matranga, he was also, I think I want to say he was Bertolt in Attack on Titan as well. Yes.
Ghost from the Halo Legend. God Serena from
Oh,
Fairy
he's Ken in
Tail.
Street Fighter as well.
So that's cool.
I'm not a Street Fighter guy though.
So we should probably go on Saturday and meet these guys and network a little bit, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But the reason why we wanted to talk about this today is if we had to book a Comic Con, who are some of the talent that we would try to bring in from the anime side of
Yeah. We're not
things?
going to get into
That
wrestling and old TV
no,
shows and all that. We're not getting into that.
no, and we're
Voice
not going to get
talent.
into Japanese VAs either. This is just strictly English VAs for us. Um, so first of all, the first two right out of the gate, if I were to now, this isn't going to be like one of our so Aaron and I sometimes do like these lists, top 10, top five, where if one of us picks it, the other one can't pick it. I don't want to do that, but I just want to start a little list going of who
Yeah,
I would go
absolutely.
for. And the first two out of the gate, probably the most well known. Like if you had to do a Mount Rushmore of English VAs, two of the spots, in my opinion, would be Sean Schemmel and Christopher Sabat. Out of the gate, I'd go for those two.
Honestly, I could just do a Chris Sabat
Well, yeah, I know you
right
could.
here. All Might, Vegeta. That's it.
Ultra Ego Vegeta. Um, I would go with Sean Schemmel too, just because everyone knows Goku.
He's like Goku's like, it would just be cool just to meet. I mean, essentially, he's just Goku. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for me, like I know that lady's been voicing Goku forever,
Hmm.
but I mean, when I think of anime, when you think of someone says anime, one of your first thoughts is Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, you think of Goku, Sean Schemmel.
Hmm. But yeah, those are two of the big names I would take out of the gate. Um, who would you go for, big dog?
So those would be non-negotiables, right?
I would say yeah. Like like if I were to set this up, I'd be like, let's get these two guys on the phone immediately.
So I would go themed. So we already got two heavy hitters from the Dragon Ball series. I'm for sure going Eric Vale, Future Trunks. That's a very personal choice.
So I think the common theme that we're gonna have about our picks here is it's all very nostalgic people for us, but it's also very well-known VAs because a lot of people our age grew up with these voice actors. Um, Eric Vale's been in a ton of other stuff.
Hmm.
I think I have him pulled up here. He was Sanji. He is
Yeah, he's
Sanji in One
Sanji. Yep.
Piece. He's a bunch of other people, but his two biggest are Sanji and Trunks. So everyone, I
And
mean,
he's
that's two
Shigaraki.
tentpole. He's Shigaraki. There you go. In the newest, one of the newest, most
So
popular
one of my
shonens.
favorite antagonists of any series as well. So I mean, he hits two big spots for me. I like Sanji, but I mean, I'm more of a Zoro guy who's also Chris Sabat. So I mean, like you go with those guys, those old Toei animation guys,
Hmm.
you're getting a lot of value. So you're getting the One Piece people, you're getting Dragon Ball people, plus every other character that they've done. So I mean, you knock those people out right away.
Yeah. Um, I would go next with a female VA. Again, this is
Okay.
one of those if I had to make a Mount Rushmore, she would be on it. And it would be Sarah Natochenny, who voices Ash Ketchum.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure.
She well, she's done voicing Ash now with the end of Pokemon. Had a great run. She wasn't the original VA. I think we grew up with Veronica Taylor voicing Ash Ketchum. But
Yep.
Sarah Natochenny kind of took over in
She was Ash
um
for a long time.
for 20 years, I want to say. Some
Something
crazy
like
amount of
that.
time.
Yeah.
She started as a practically a child as voicing Ash, I want to say. Pull it up here real quick. She's 36.
Are you still sharing your screen?
Yeah, I pulled it up on this other screen though.
Okay.
I could pull it up over here.
I was gonna say, 'cause I'm looking at Dave and Buster's still.
So she was Ash Ketchum for 18 years, from 2006 to 2024. Um,
Fucking crazy.
so yeah, she's just one of those iconic VAs, English VAs. And plus, like, although we kind of grew out of it, like we were there in the very beginning of Pokemon, but
Hmm.
Pokemon only got bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. So the
But I
kids that
mean,
are
here's the other thing though. Look how big Pokemon got for our generation again when Ash was finally done and they retired him
yeah,
as a character.
yeah. Um, but I mean, like, say the kid's 5 years younger than us. If we probably stopped watching Pokemon, I'd say around this point in time, when she took over. But I mean, you're talking about the kids that were 5 years younger than us. We were
That's
about
all they know.
13, 12, 13 years old. They were 7, 8 years old when they started watching Pokemon. So they're the ones that grew up with her. That's why I think that she would be on one of my must call lists as well. Who do you got next, buddy?
I would go, I mean, to go with a known product, Austin Tyndall.
Yeah,
He
Austin
was one of
Tyndall.
our favorite panels from Anime North last year. He basically did a stand-up comedy set. I mean, he was hilarious to be in a room with.
Yes. Let's see. So he's been in Classroom of the Elite, Returners, Magic Should Be Special,
Well,
Saints
he's
of
Ken
Steel, Black
Kaneki.
Clover, Ken Koniki. Yep.
That's his
Millions,
Millions
Knives, and
Knives. That's
Stampede.
which just got nominated for what was that? What was the big thing that got nominated for?
I don't know.
Animation,
Yeah, I think
art
so.
direction, something like that.
I think Art Direction.
That's what we voted for.
Yep. Well, we voted for because he's friend of the show. I feel like I'm pooping in a beautiful meadow. What a time to be alive. Thank you, poopery. It's not even Austin. Is it Austin
Yeah, yes,
Tyndall
it is.
with a beard?
Yeah,
Actual poo review. So
yeah, dude,
not
he
only
is
is he a VA,
hilarious.
he's a PV, a poop actor, PA.
Yeah, dude, he was just so funny to be in a room with. Didn't take things too seriously, didn't take himself too seriously. I mean, as a comedian, you would. Plus, as he said during our um the panel we watched him in, he's good friends with Eric Vale, so I think you get some good back
Hmm.
and forth between those two, his buddies.
Yeah. He was in Broly? Who was he in Broly?
His leak is one of those little Frieza guys.
All right. So my next choice would be one who's iconic to me, and that's Maylee Flanagan, who voices Naruto.
Yep.
She is iconic. I think she is the only, so much like Christopher Sabat to you, like that's who brings you in. Like I prefer, I think, only her Naruto in Naruto compared to the Japanese VA. Yeah. I think if I had to do, I'd say you have Christopher Sabat, Sean Schemmel, Sarah Natacheni, and Maylee Flanagan for my Mount Rushmore of English VAs. Now that is subject to change, but um, that's my next pick.
Okay, so I mean that's basically she's your childhood basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's like a huge part of your childhood.
Hmm.
That's probably like I could see you getting I don't know if starstruck would be the right, but I could see you getting like if that was like a real thing and we were able to get in like an actual room
Hmm.
together, I could see you getting super hyped up about that.
I would be so
Just
hyped.
because Naruto is your shit. So I mean,
Hmm.
for me, the next pick, this is a this kind of goes outside the realm of anime as well, but he also has done a lot of anime stuff. Troy Baker.
Hmm.
We could get a Troy Baker in here. That would be. I mean, he could just sell shit himself. I mean, just so much stuff.
Troy Baker.
I did
Just trying
not
to get
know
a
he
name
was in
in
God of
this.
War. I did not know that. He's Pain in Naruto.
Oh, yeah, I 100% dig that then. Dubbing. Let's see. He's Baki, I grab Katuo, Jin Karya, and Bleach, Frank Archer, Greed, and Brotherhood.
I mean, for anime's purposes, I
Pain.
mean,
Oh, he's Yamato too. It's
yep.
cool.
I
Helmeppo
mean,
from One
Pain's the
Piece.
biggest thing though. Just that speech.
Yeah, iconic. It's an iconic speech he had. I actually, I think he's tied with the Japanese VA for Pain for me
It's
personally.
tough, dude.
I
It's
kind of
that's
like,
saying a lot from you though.
I like when I want to listen to that speech, honestly, the first one I go for is the dub. It
Yep, where
is,
Naruto's on the ground looking up at him.
yeah.
That's a
You
good.
want to
Oh
talk
man,
about peace?
he's like, how is it different for my village? What about my people? Like that whole.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
that's such a good fucking monologue, dude. It is so good. All right, that's a
banger.
great choice.
Plus he's Joel Miller, dude. I mean, one of the greatest video game characters in recent. I mean, I say recent. The game came out in 2013, but I mean, come on.
Um, I mean, come on.
I
Let's
got
try
another
and
one
get
in the
some
chamber if
new.
you're not ready.
Go ahead.
I need you to do a Google search because I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I know his voice very well. I need you to look up who voices Jiren.
Patrick Seats,
Yes. AKA Jiren, AKA
Frankie from
Thorkel the
One Piece.
Tall, AKA Endeavor from My Hero Academia. Oh, he was in that Pluto show too. Kenpachi Zaraki, you know,
Ooh, that's a classic. It's a good choice.
I love his Endeavor.
I think that's he would be a great mix because you would have a lot of that nostalgia type people, your Kenpachis, your the people who know who Kenpachi is. You'd have your
Oh, who's he in Naruto? I didn't know he was in Naruto. I mean, it makes sense that he was in Naruto, but
some Auda, the snake. But you got a lot of newer stuff too, so he appeals to a lot of people across the board. I mean, he's Scorpion in Mortal Kombat
Yes, he
Legends.
is. That's another thing for me as my favorite character from Mortal Kombat.
Oh, he's
Oh,
Keith
Shadis.
Shadis.
And see,
I
that is
didn't
one
know.
show. I don't. There's a reason we don't have Zach Aguilar, who voices Tanjiro, or what's his name? Is I think it's Eric Papelbon,
Mhm.
who voices Aaron Yeager. I don't I don't love Aaron Yeager dubbed. I mean, he also does a Inosuke, so I mean that's a big deal too. I think if you could get that would have mass appeal though. Like if you were actually to set this up as like from a business standpoint, our picks have been very personal, but I think they also work as a broad appeal. But
I got a fucking banger for my next
let's
one.
hear it. Let's hear it.
I I had to look up who he his name because I honestly don't.
So that's the
This
thing, dude. If you know a voice actors by name, they're a big deal.
so I don't know him by name, but I know that he is in a lot of stuff. Um, hold on. Uh, dun, dun, dun. So he is the voice of Tanjiro Kamado. Pretty sure he was
So yeah, Zach Aguilar.
Zach Aguilar. He was David Martinez in
Oh, that's
Cyberpunk.
fucking right.
Yep. That's like he's in bangers. He's only been voice acting for 8 years, but he's in Sword Art.
Well, he's a
He's
young dude. He's
Arthur
only like
in Seven
24 or
Deadly
something like
Sins.
that.
26. 26. Yeah, 26. He's Genos in One Punch Man. Sieg and Fate Apocrypha. Um, Tanjiro, obviously.
Yeah, Tanjiro's his claim to fame right now.
Yeah. But
He's
so is
in.
David. He's so good
Yeah,
as
that's
David,
also
though.
very true.
He's very good at David.
So
Now, I
he's
did
two
watch a little bit
MCs.
of that
That's
in
two MCs you got.
yeah. So I would go with Zach Aguilar too because I think if we had to do something like this, like I said, we got to get the ones that appeal to our generation and possibly even older generations. But then we also got to go for all the new school stuff that people are watching. So Zach Aguilar would be my next one.
I don't even know how many we're at.
So I believe we're at three each when we're not counting Sean Schemmel and Chris Sabat. So we could both do two more each, I'd say, and we'd be good. I would have went for him a couple years ago, not anymore.
Ooh.
Vic Minonia,
Oh, Broly. Yeah. Yeah.
but he's canceled.
I don't know how many appearances he's doing these days.
Not many.
So for me, would be another one. So like for me, next would be it'd be that Yu-Gi-Oh crew that's going around at Collecticon right now.
Hmm. So as a whole, you would try to get the whole group.
Just your main, like your Yugis, and
Seto
that I know
Kaiba.
for a fact that guy that voiced Kaiba's was one of my favorite dub portrayals as well.
Hmm.
Shout out Seto Kaiba. Name my goddamn dogs Kaiba. So I can't remember his name. Can you Google that real quick? Give that guy a shout out.
Yugi Moto voice actor. No, it's in, Dan Green is Yugi.
Yep,
So let me pull this
big dude. I
over
think he's a
here.
big guy. Like he's a
Echo Moto.
Yugi Moto.
So he's Entei.
Yeah,
Yugi
Pokemon.
Moto.
That's the other thing. Those guys had a lot of. He's fucking Mewtwo as well. Um, those guys had a lot of crossover between Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, which makes sense because those are kind of going on congruently.
That's his film. It's Mewtwo, Shaman King, Yu-Gi-Oh, Sonic X. It's tons of
Fuck
animation.
yeah. Shout out Sonic.
Then you said Seto
Oh,
Kaiba.
that's right. He was Knuckles. That's awesome.
Eric
Eric.
Stewart.
Eric.
Slayer series, Gale
He was
Force.
Brock as well.
Koenma and Yu Yu Hakusho.
He was
Brock,
Brock
James,
and James.
Squirtle, Scyther, and others.
There you go, dude.
Shout out Squirtle. Yu-Gi-Oh, Shaman King, One Piece. The narrator, he's the narrator, Goldie Roger, and Shamhenzo for 2 years. Dinosaur King, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. So yeah,
Some
I think
Ninja
those are good
Turtle shit
choices
too.
because that's appealing to um
You gotta
our
get the
generation
Pokemon
quite a bit.
audience in there. Pokemon
Yeah.
audience for sure.
Um, so I have two more. This is going to be a
Oh,
so Laura Bailey would be my next pick, and there'd be a few reasons why. And I'm looking at this from a business perspective. She is Toru Honda from Fruits Basket, Lust from FMA. She's Maka Albarn from Soul Eater, Sana Kurata from Kodachi, Kid Trunks from Dragon Ball
hmm.
Z. But I think,
She's also big in the old video game sphere as well.
and she is featured weekly in Critical Role, so you'd be appealing
Oh,
to
to
the
your
D and
D and your
D.
tabletop people.
Yep. Um, so Dragon Ball Z, Young Trunks, Gotenks, Dende, uh,
Shout out Dende.
Kaiko Yukimura, Toru Honda, Kikyo, and Lupin, Lust and FMA, like we said.
Who's that in Naruto?
Konis and One Piece.
Anko.
Where's Naruto? Did I pass
You
it?
passed it right there.
Oh, Anko. I don't know. Claymore, Code Geass, Helsing. Oh, she's Schrodinger and Helsing Ultimate. Okay. Tier Bell. Oh my, that's one of my favorite fucking Iran cars.
Who's Kushina Uzumaki?
Naruto's mom,
Oh well, she's Naruto's mom.
Rotsushi. Um, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z Kai Trunks, Black Widow, Morgan Le Fay, and Asp. I don't even know who that is. Huge, big into the animation side of things. Uh, Lego Marvel, Avengers, Ultimate
She
Spider-Man,
has a ton of
Batman,
Marvel stuff.
Red, White, Blue, Yellow, Spider-Man, Ben 10, and then obviously Vox Machina for newer stuff. Uh, yeah, I would bring in Laura Bailey. I think she would be huge. And I would try and honestly, like, now this isn't anime related, but I would try and bring in some of the other Critical Role people too.
Well, plus she was also Abby in The Last of Us 2. And she's in Spider-Man. She's in the game I don't know if we talked about that on air, but Spider-Man 2 got an update today and she's Mary Jane Watson in Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Nice.
Uncharted, yeah. She's in your
I
Gears of War. Ooh,
don't know who this is.
Abby, she's the antagonist. Depends on your perspective. If you're Team Ellie, she's the antagonist for Last of Us 2. Spoilers, I guess, for Last of Us 2. Did you finish that show? I
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
was gonna say
I
if you have not, you should.
wouldn't play the games, but I enjoyed the show.
Troy Baker crossover. See, she smashes him in the head with a fucking golf club.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
That's like the whole point. That's like the whole point of The Last of Us 2.
What is your second last pick?
Second last. God damn, how many people are we picking?
5.
I have two more. I thought I had.
Oh, you
There we
might have
go.
one more. I think you have
Yeah.
one more. I forgot that we switched halfway through. You went 2 in a row.
So for me, I like the pick of Aizawa that they already have. See, but that's small minded by me. Anime, anime. I want to pick somebody who has crossover. See, but I already picked Scorpion though too. Fuck. Here's a pick. This is also going to be video game crossover too. Yuri Lowenthal.
Very
He is the voice of Peter Parker slash Spider-Man in the Spider-Man games. But in the anime world, he is known as Sasuke Uchiha and a bunch of other stuff. He's done a ton of other anime stuff.
Boruto?
Well, he's Sasuke.
Did Helldivers 2?
Fuck yeah. Oh, I didn't know he was in Final Fantasy VII. Go down. Who is he in Mortal Kombat? I can see him being. Oh, he's Smoke. That's fucking cool. Oh, he's also in Bleach. How about that? But like for me, he's kind of like the quintessential Spider-Man right now. So I'm mostly picking him as a Spider-Man. But now you have Naruto and Sasuke.
Um, yeah.
So I kind of like how we're picking this because there's a lot of crossover. Like there's a lot of threads you can connect together.
Yeah. I'm stuck between my two final picks, to be honest. So to kind of like segue off of yours, my two mm, my one would be Johnny Young Bosch, who is Ichigo
Mm.
Kurosaki, Shotaro Kaneda from Akira, Vash the Stampede from Trigun, Lelouch La Ramparage from Code Geass. Um, but I'm also torn between him and where did he go? He's down here. Crispin Freeman, who voices my all-time favorite character, Tachi Uchiha.
I was
Uh,
surprised you hadn't picked that already.
Alucard from Hellsing, and
Big
Kirei
deal.
Kotomine from Fate Zero.
It's pretty good. There's no way a Comic Con could handle like it'd have to be like San Diego Comic Con that we just made because we've basically assembled the Avengers of anime voice acting. I mean, Christ, you could just do with our list, you could literally just do that as a PlayStation video game panel, and you would have a really good panel. You could just do a Naruto panel, Dragon Ball Z panel. Like
Yeah,
we're covering a lot of bases here. So
yeah.
we could just meet half of these people. I think that would just be just insane.
So I'm really hoping that we get. I would be really happy if we got even like one or two of our names that we mentioned. Um, it, I already do want to go. I might reach out tonight, or I'll talk to you tomorrow about it, and we could reach out to Nickel City Comic Con. But um, yeah, it would be cool to get some of the names, if
Yeah.
not just one, that we brought
Well, they
up.
were pretty light on the anime stuff, but they keep adding to the anime list of people. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. Plus, there's a lot of comic book artists and shit that I think would be cool to meet as well. I mean, you're
Yeah,
excited about the wrestling stuff.
Kurt Angle, slap up
Hey, Kurt
Kurt
Angle's the
Angle.
man. You recreate the meme with Kurt Angle.
When
Just stared at him.
I'm with you.
Ugh. I mean, the horror stuff don't really do much for us, but we're at the convention center, right? Yeah. 112 days. They could announce some of these. You never know. Plus, that's decent timing for My Hero Academia, so I could see a couple more My Hero people.
Yeah,
Let's put it this way: if they announce Chris Sabat, I'm going.
it's game over.
Yeah, Sting don't do anything for me. He finished. Is that why people are talking about him again? He just retired again.
Think, well, no, he never retired
Oh,
before. He was told he shouldn't wrestle because he broke his neck from a buckle bomb. But now he's officially retired at 62.
do you think Sting ever ran into Stung?
He might. He,
That's a deep cut for you folks. If you want to find out who Stung is, go to Tyler's Instagram.
it's not on there.
Is it? Where is it? Because I've seen that before.
I've sent it to you. That's where you've seen it.
Who's
Maybe
Stung?
Matt Johnson, the
Maybe.
Podfather.
Fucking Stung. That's so goddamn funny. All right. It's just on us now. It got
Yeah.
really dark out. I don't know if you've noticed this. It's just gotten progressively darker in my room.
Yeah, same.
At least we spring ahead. Looks like I'm doing this
Soon.
by candlelight. Shout out to the Superman curl that keeps coming down. Well, all right, buddy. I think we made a pretty good list here.
I agree. Um, as always, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, comment, hit that notification at the bottom. Now that we are on YouTube, I could say
Yep.
that.
Hit the bell.
Uh, Link in bio. You could find all our socials. Anime Made Me Do It podcast on Facebook.
Anime made me do it pod, all one word on Instagram.
I forget what the Twitter
Officially,
is.
Anime made me do it podcast on YouTube. We only have one video right now. This will be video 2, which I'll probably split into 2 more. So whatever. Twitter X, formerly known as Twitter X, is what again, Ty?
Let me look it up.
I mean, it's basically dead. I mean,
AMMDI podcast.
hell yeah. Hit up the Discord. That's pretty active. You might have just heard it. It just went off. A lot of good stuff going in there.
Open communication with us and the rest of the community that's in there. So
Join the discourse in the Discord.
yeah,
Subscribe to YouTube. What else?
that's it. We don't got anything else to mention right now. So
Ooh.
as per tradition, you know what they say. Ain't none to it.
Anime made me do it. We out.
We out.